Hey everyone, and a very, very Merry Christmas. It's not very merry for either of us because we are still fucking ill. So we do apologise for mainly for a certain someone coughing,
Oh,
but mine
sorry.
as well. I may have given it to you. We don't know for certain. But anyway, I'm your host. Yeah, that's not how that works. I'm your host. I know, I'm here all week. Peppermint I joined once more, once more again by my festive co-host Amelia. What do you say? Don't even know if that picked up. But anyway, we are of course reviewing Violent Night, a film we got earlier in the year that we immediately were like, well, we're reviewing this for Christmas because we fucking really enjoyed it. It's a good laugh. A lot more fucking gory than I was expecting for a fucking Christmas, like, not even a horror film, it's kind of an action thriller sort of thing. So this is, as mentioned, Violent Night, that came out last year, directed by Tony Bertolo, and written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. Very generic names that I can't place where I know they work from. One day I'll have this, but who knows? Pardon me. Get right into our little discussion. We'll get in the Christmas spirit as we talk about Santa Claus killing people. Is there anything you wanted to add before we get in there?
There is my second favourite.
Yeah, we loved it both times we've seen it.
Yeah.
A lot of deaths. There's some fucking good ones that made it hard to determine which one was going to be the best kill until we got to near the end, and we were just like, wow, yeah, forgot about that. We'll have that as best kill. So on Christmas Eve, Santa, who is played by David Harbour, most famous for Sheriff Hopper, I want to call him. I've never seen Stranger Things, but he's from Stranger Things. But he was also in the mediocre Marvel film Black Widow. Still haven't even seen that, but I've heard it's mid. So Santa is drunk in a bar and has a conversation with a Santa actor about children's greed. Santa staggers up to the roof where he gets in his sleigh and flies away from a very confused bar worker who he proceeds to vomit on as he goes. In Connecticut, Jason, played by Alex Hassel, along with his kind of ex-wife, kind of not, they're a bit strange. Linda, played by Alexis Louder, and daughter Trudy, played by Leah Brady, are going to visit his mother. They arrive at the lavish house where they pass the gate guard Al, played by Ray Strachan. One or the other, doesn't matter. A catering company, who I will immediately spoil straight away because we have to. Spoilers for the entire film, of course. I keep forgetting to do that at the start of reviews now, you notice that? It doesn't matter. Spoilers now. A catering company who, of course, is a group of mercenaries, as we find out later, who have been hired to rob the house, are in the process of preparing the house for Christmas and the family's celebrations. Linda meets with Jason's sister Albert, played by Eddie Patterson, who goes to sit with her boyfriend Morgan, not our Morgan, but a different Morgan, played by Cam Giganman. Egan? I don't know. Gigan? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't care. Oh no. And her annoying dickhead son, influencer, who is an influencer, named Bert, played by Alexander Elliott. Alva immediately takes her family to begin groveling over the family matriarch, Gertrude, who's played by Beverly D'Angelo. You recognised her voice, like her immediately, but you couldn't figure out where from, even when we had a look. Gertrude immediately shows her disdain for everyone but Trudy and takes them to eat. Elsewhere, Santa is performing his usual Christmas Eve duties while also getting more drunk. After finding out she didn't visit Santa that year at the mall, Jason finds an old walkie-talkie that he claims can contact Santa. We find out, technically it can. Santa heads down the main house's chimney and immediately Eats the cookies left for him by Trudy, as well as a candy cane. He takes the candy cane, I shall say. Doesn't eat it. He... What's the word? Repurposes it later on, as we will discuss. Santa rates the mini bar in the room for something more appealing. In the house's CCTV room, one of the house's guards knocks out another and alerts the other staff that work for the catering company. So of course this guard is a mercenary who alerts the rest. The guard, who is codenamed Gingerbread, played by Andre Erickson, cuts to power as Scrooge, who we will call him, even though we find out his real name. Played by John Leguizamo, probably mostly known for voicing Sid in Ice Age. He's done a lot more than that, but that's probably what most people know him as. He arrives and immediately shoots Al in the head. Scrooge alerts his crew that the job is starting as they arm up. There is a limited amount of mercenaries and will try to credit as many as I could, but it's difficult. So that mainly includes Krampus, played by Brendan Fletcher, who is known for the terrible Leprechaun film that was made not too long ago, as well as when he does Jason, relevant to the channel. We haven't done that yet, but we probably will in the future. Tinsel, played by, forgive me if I do this, pronounce this incorrectly, played by Fong Guang. Candy Cane, played by Mitra Suri, who for the most part I will refer to as Cece. The gang then go around the manor, gunning down Gertrude's bodyguards as Scrooge makes his entry, killing 2 men. Scrooge orders his men to search the house and apprehend the family who split up and try to hide, not find, sorry. We were very ill when I reviewed this. Santa attempts to escape up a chimney but ends up having to fight Tinsel, who he knocks out of a window and onto an ice spike, killing him while Santa lands safely nearby. Yeah, we got our first kill. Well, not first kill. Our first creative kill. Festive kill. It isn't just a shooting. In the process, the reindeers are scared and fly off without one. Santa gathers his things but spots the family being taunted by Scrooge and his men in the living room, and after a brief moment of consideration, Santa decides to go back into the house. Gertrude brags about a security team, which is nicknamed the Kill Team, that is on their way to rescue her and kill the invaders. Scrooge explains his knowledge of this and $300 million located in the house. Scrooge is called over to Tinsel's corpse, where he and Candy Cane make speculations about what happened. Scrooge uses her walkie-talkie to try and contact Santa, who is almost caught by another mercenary nicknamed Frosty, who is played by Cam Aiden. The man enters and a fight ensues, culminating with Santa stabbing him in the eye with a Christmas star, before he turns it on, burning the man's head. It's very disgusting. I remember the first time we watched that, shock, brutality. Candy Cane radios for Frosty, which Santa overhears. Using the radio, he accidentally contacts Trudy, who is on the nice list. Scrooge sees Santa roaming around and he talks to him about Frosty and letting the family go. And another drink. Scrooge storms into the living room and attempts to find out who Santa is, but the family denies knowledge of him. Scrooge begins to torture Jason at Alvin's request. Alvin's a piece of shit. The psycho Krampus volunteering to put Jason's nuts in a nutcracker. Trudy interrupts, claiming Santa is coming, causing Jason to blurt out that Santa isn't real, causing her to storm out with Candy Cane in pursuit. Santa takes a moment to cauterize his wounds, taking his jacket off and showing scars and Nordic tattoos. Yeah, you thought they were David Harbour's actual tattoos, but no, it's some very well done, like, art design. Santa has a brief flashback of him in a battle before receiving another radio call from Trudy, who is hiding in the attic. Krampus tells everyone to open their presents, with Morgan gifting a pitch deck for one of his films to Gertrude. He's very up his own arse. Bert gets Jason's gift, which is whiskey. Bert gets Jason's gift and gives it to Gertrude, which is whiskey as well as a note which we don't see but upsets Gertrude. We'll talk about that a bit later on when we have it revealed. Santa continues to talk to Trudy, explaining his backstory as a Viking raider and a hammer he used to own named Skull Crusher. Elsewhere, Gertrude's kill squad, led by Paul, played by Mike DuPont, gear up and move in as Scrooge, Gingerbread, and another mercenary named Sugar Plum, played by Stephanie Sly, continue to break into the vault. Santa almost gets the jump on Candy Cane, but a motion sensor Santa blows his cover, causing him to flee and hide. Scrooge arrives and shoots a fire extinguisher to blow the door open, and then catches Santa. Actual Santa. Gingerbread, Candy Cane, and Scrooge go through Santa's sack and surprise at how it endlessly produces gifts. Scrooge then burns the sack and explains his dislike for Christmas, and how he robbed his neighbours as a child, accidentally killing the elderly neighbour. Santa tells Scrooge his real name, which shocks... Santa tells Scrooge his actual name instead of Scrooge, not Santa, which shocks Candy Cane and Gingerbread before he tells them their names as well. Trudy then falls polystyrene into the room, which distracts the guards, allowing Santa to escape up the chimney. Because it's like snow. The kill squad arrives, which makes Bert brag to Krampus, who knocks him out. Genuinely just decks this kid. It made me so happy the first time we watched it. So good. Allowing Morgan to escape and ditch them. Morgan is met by Thorpe, who immediately shoots him dead, revealing their allegiance to Scrooge. Scrooge meets with Thorpe and explains about Santa that Candy Cane insists is the real one. Thorpe orders his team to open fire on Santa, who was on the roof, and knocking him off of it. Sugar Plum manages to finally crack the vault, where upon opening it, they find it completely empty. Santa staggers into a bar where a large number of the kill squad follow him inside. Santa finds a sledgehammer that he immediately takes. You know where this is going. It's the main character entering an enclosed space with a bunch of nameless goons. These people are about to get absolutely fucking murked. No pun intended. The squad enters the building where Santa ambushes and slaughters them as Scrooge gets more frustrated with the family. Gertrude is surprised when Thorpe enters and reveals his allegiance. When I say slaughtered, there's a lot of just whacking with a sledgehammer. Very gruesome whacks, man. Very good. Santa continues his murder spree using the candy cane from before that he has sharpened, and ice skates, stabbing and shanking dudes, disemboweling them, decapitating one with an ice skate, before using, I don't know what it was, I think it was a lawnmower. Can't tell. He uses it to just mince these three dudes. The last guy outside tries to run, but Santa throws his hammer at him before shoving a life grenade into his uniform. Very nice practical explosion there. Scrooge holds Linda at gunpoint, forcing Jason to reveal that he was stealing the money from Gertrude and to leave forever, which was written in a note that he wrote for him. Candy Cane and Gingerbread find traps leading up to the attic as Trudy tells Santa she's been found. Gingerbread slips on the ladder and impales his jaw with a nail. It's nasty, it reminds me of Hot Fuzz with Skinner near the end. As Candy Cane climbs over it, Trudy launches bowling balls at them, further impaling Gingerbread onto some spikes on the ground before repeatedly hitting Candy Cane. Candy Cane then accidentally knocks a ball onto Gingerbread, which impales a fucking nail through his head, which kills him. That man really suffered before his death, and fair enough. Trudy fails to take out Candy Cane using her traps, but Santa arrives and bludgeons Candy Cane to death with his hammer. Scrooge, Thorpe and his remaining men head outside to a nativity where Jason has stashed the money. Scrooge orders Krampus to kill the hostages, but they confuse him before beating him, and Albus stabs him in the neck with a fire poker. I loved Krampus, he was so fucking deranged. Linda opens fire on Scrooge and the others, allowing Jason to get to cover as Santa bludgeons a soldier to death. At some point in that mess, apparently Sugar Plum was shot. Scrooge and Thorpe escape with Gertrude as Santa kills the remaining Kill Squad members. I'm fairly sure Linda shoots one of them in the dick. It's nasty. Thankfully Santa can bite him and Jason and... I'll have another drink, my throat's getting raspberry, not raspberry. Oh, the naughty and nice list. There is a good joke when he sees the Kill Squad kill Morgan. It's that the list gets longer with all their names. So Jason and Linda reunite before one last mercenary named Jingle, played by Finn McKay Higgins, attacks them. He was in a few other scenes, but I didn't think it was relevant to really name him. Not just yet. Santa chases after Scrooge and Thorpe, killing one of the mercenaries named Peppermint, played by Rawley Clement Willis. He rides the coffin lid, I think, and it hits him in the head and kills him. Stupid. Yeah, he's played by Rawley Clement Willis, as Linda stabs Jingle in the neck with an ice needle. Thorpe loses concentration and is knocked off with a snowmobile as Scrooge lures Sam into a remote area. Scrooge sees his breakdown of why he's on the naughty list, realising that he truly is the real Santa. The two of them fight one another, causing a fire to blow up the snowmobile. Outside they continue to battle until Scrooge stabs Santa multiple times, before Santa drags him up a chimney where his body explodes. Like, all of his limbs just get disintegrated, it's nasty. Thorpe appears and shoots Santa several times before Gertrude shoots him in the head in turn. Family gathers around Santa and burns some of the money in order to keep Santa warm. Despite their best efforts, Santa does die from his injuries. With everyone admitting that they believe in him, Santa comes back to life because of Christmas magic. Santa's sleigh returns to him, much to his annoyance. However, they bring a note from Mrs. Claus, a new sack, and of course, a skull crusher as well. Santa gives his farewells to the family before boarding his sleigh and leaving as the film ends. Of course, they have confirmed that a sequel is in the works. I apologise. I stole your thunder. Yeah, as mentioned, we absolutely loved this film. When we saw it the first time, we really enjoyed it and was surprised at how much we liked it. I remember seeing it being advertised on TV last year, and I was sad that I missed it, but I'm happy that I finally got to watch it. We have it on DVD. I forgot to ask you that about a few films, but it doesn't matter. Well, we've got it on DVD, so it doesn't matter. I would have asked you about Look Away, but you can't get it on DVD anyway. So the best kill, of course, goes to Scrooge, happy or not. Your main bad guy usually gets the best kill in this film, like it has to be. The worst kill, it took us a while to sort of think of, but Peppermint, we thought it was stupid how it just gets one little bonk on the head and he's dead. Another criticism I had with Look Away, just in most of their deaths were little bonks on the head and that was it. Excuse me, as mentioned we are fucking sick, so I do apologise. So yeah, thank you for listening to us ramble on this. Well, we're recording this in advance, but because we're in the UK, it's probably a fucking shit day on Christmas, weather-wise. But thank you for listening to us ramble for the past God knows how long, 20 minutes or so. I've been your co-host, as ever, Purple Midnight 8, joined once more by my darling wife, Amelia, Petal ASMR, the Obsidian Nook. You can find her link in the description, in the link tree, along with all of our good ones, all of our other links, social media and all that shit. And a happy holidays and a happy Christmas, all that political correct shit, to you and your families this year in 2023. So yeah, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in a few more days.